All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Let me know that we are good to go. Going to be going to be our best webinar live call for this topic. And this is such a really important topic. There's a lot of great touch points with your database on social, even your farm. And I'll walk through that while we're doing this call today. And anybody has an open house, I'll talk through how to use these PDF guides, whether it's the two that we're going to talk about today or two others, and how to create a little flyer holder like this. So you can have these at your open house and people can actually scan the QR codes and download the guides. It's something a lot of our clients have been doing for a long time. And it's one of the non-normal ways to increase engagement at an open house, along with the 100-point home marketing plan video, having your 100-point marketing plan at the open house, so that we set up our open houses to really engage. And the PDF guides are really a strong part of that. So let me know that we're good to go. We're going to be rocking and rolling. So yeah, go ahead and type in a number. Type in any number between 1 and 100. And the one that gets closest to what I'm thinking right now is going to win. You're not going to win anything, but just go ahead and type in a number. That way I know that we are all good to go. Felicia, 9. Not what I was thinking, but not too far off. 66. Okay. All right. I like it. Stephanie almost nailed it. I was just a couple of off, Stephanie. I was thinking 31. I don't know. Just no reason. Absolutely no reason. 31 is not a number that I think about too often, but 11 to 73. There you go, Jen. Perfect. All right. Awesome. Let's get at it. I do working calls, right? These are not sales calls. These are calls where if you can log in with me, let's get it done together. Again, PDF guides. Over the years, we have had so much great compliments on these guides. And towards the end, I'll actually show if you've got a custom guide, right? It's pretty popular. Go create a custom guide. I'm doing it right now. I'm creating a guide in Gamma for the Listings to Leads Success Framework. And it's awesome. I use AI and I do a lot of editing. When we use using AI is the easy part, but it's then the editing, the refinement, the contextualization to make sure that it's going to work for what we're talking about. We're going to be talking about using AI today and what we're doing here. And then what I do is I give this to my designer who will finish it up for me. So anyways, I'm hoping to get this done today because I want to get it out to everybody ASAP. And on that note, let's go ahead and log in just super briefly. And this is similar to what we're going to do with the guides. The existing home sales report from NAR just dropped the other day. I think it was like Tuesday, maybe. And later in the day, we had this inside of your Listings to Leads account. If you haven't seen it, you got to get these emails to your leads. The first one here is for the homeowners and seller leads. The email title is February Home Sales Report, Buyer Demand is Shifting. Are you ready? And then there's one for your buyer leads. Good news for home buyers, new market update. You can send them through Listings to Leads. You can send them through your CRM. They automatically have the links to your branded 100-point home marketing plan for the seller email, and then to your price reduced landing page for the buyer leads. You can click here for more information, but I'm just going to click down and we're going to spend just a quick minute. You scroll down and you're going to see the section here called Database Email Blast. If I mouse over, you'll see it says send to your buyer leads, send to your seller leads, homeowner contacts. Definitely the right on the dashboard. So log in, scroll down, and find the section here called Database Email Blast. And I'm just going to show you the one for the seller leads. The buyer leads works the exact same way. Click on the subject line. It's going to take you to an editor. I can edit it however I want. If you want to edit it, you can. You don't need to. The goal of these emails is to inform. So we're using the fact that the NAR just dropped the existing home sales report. And we just want to let you know what's going on. Existing home sales rose 1.7% over the last month. Affordability is up. Home prices are holding steady and actually increasing a little bit month over month for the last 32 months. And then we relate it to them. All right. Great. All right. So you told me what's up, but how does it affect me as a homeowner, as a potential home seller? But what it means is that there's more buyers entering the market with more buying power. And so if you want to get the highest possible price in today's market, you need the strongest marketing plan possible. And so because of that, I put together a 100 plus point home marketing plan that'll show you exactly what we're going to do to get your home sold. And all they have to do is click here. And then there's a secondary call to action. Robert, good to guess. You weren't too far off. It was 31. So I can edit this however I want. I can send it through listings to leads. So if I got seller leads here, I want to send it, right? Click send or schedule. There's also a preview. And when you click preview, the link will work. So you can see it's going to link automatically. Bob, Stephanie, Rita, good to see you. Jen, it's going to link to yours, your branded version. You could have signed up this morning, never have seen this before. As long as you got your photo, your logo, your company name and all that, it'll populate. So look at that, just absolutely gorgeous. The links work, the QR code works, so it's absolutely interactive. And these emails get listings. I'm telling you, we've had people come list me calls, get listing presentations, get engagement from seller leads by sending this out. To send it through your CRM, two options. The easier one, in the preview section, right? There's edit and there's preview. So in preview, just copy and paste. Just copy that, go to your CRM, go to your editor where you're going to send out an email blast, pop it in. Follow Up Boss, Bold Trail, Constant Contact, Lofty, Sierra, any of these CRMs, email programs, just do it. The other option is the copy code. The only difference in that one is you're going to click copy code. You're going to, again, go to your CRM where you're going to send this out. And in the editor, there's a little icon called source or HTML. And you're going to click that. A pop-up will come up, paste it in there, close the pop-up, and then your email will look just like this. Copy paste the text is easy as pie. And then the copy code, that's phenomenal. And make sure to get that out today. Get that out today. And then also get the one for your buyers out. All right, get both of those out today if you haven't done that already. Other people are probably going to wake up and go, oh, that'd be a great idea to send. Or they're going to send it tomorrow in their normal newsletter. Why not get ahead of the curve, get it to our audience, and then take that and drop it on social media? I'll come up with a post a little bit later, an image a little bit later today. All right, let's get to the guides. So we got two guides that we're going to cover today. One, it's a seller guide and a buyer guide. I'm telling you, people give me the greatest feedback on sending them to their database, posting them to social media. All right. Awesome stuff. Now, one more thing before I get there. Let me just show you something. You may not realize this. When you're marketing your listings, there's a number of places we put those guides. Check this out. So, when I do a listing presentation or an expired or a FSBO, right? Check this out. And this is also in the PDF. I'm going to scroll quickly because I want to get to the end of it. So right there, there's three guides in your listing presentation, whether it's the FSBO, the expired, the canceled, or the standard listing presentation. They're right there. So people can literally scan the QR code and download the guide right from your listing presentation. Also, when you're marketing a listing, let me go to a regular listing. It'll make a little more sense. So let's say it's a pending listing. It could be open house. It could be active. It could be whatever. It doesn't matter. But check this out. In all of your virtual tours and single property websites, there are downloadable guides, and you can actually control which ones you want to display here. So check this out. Download the free guide. Do you own a home? Yes, I do. Do you need to sell before you buy a new one? Yes, I do. Boom. Download the guide. So the virtual tours, the single property websites, if I go to client reviews, your client review website. Oh, there we go. So here's my client review website. I just posted this in the mastermind group this morning. And check this out as I scroll down. Right, great stuff here. They can download my marketing plan. You can put videos in this. And right there, the guides are right here as well. And again, I believe you can control them right here at this point. Do you own a home? Yes, I do. Do you need to sell? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Whatever. And download the guide. And the last one I'll show you is the agent website. And I notice a lot of people, I don't know why necessarily, but there's a lot of people don't have agent websites. Like you don't have an IDX website, maybe use the one from Listings to Leads. This is so awesome. So I go to more tools, agent website, and then click on view, completely customizable. And people add IDX to this. Sell your home the fastest way possible, the 100-point marketing plan, how to buy the best home at the lowest price, get your home value. As I scroll down, check this out, the 12-month buyer guide, your home ownership starts here, start the course. And I got that going to the landing page. Boom. So this agent website is really cool. Folsom Housing Stats. I put a video in there. And notice the domain on this one. And so this is a little bit tricked out. Not too many people are going to do so many videos, but here we go. The guides are right here. So if you don't have an IDX website, you can actually add, or not, I'm sorry, if you don't have a website, use this one. And again, I got all the guides are right here. So I like to show that because we are we are leveraging those guides all over the place. And Stephanie says, question about the buyer email. When I click the link in the email, it brings me back to the login. No, it will take you to the PDF guide. Let me show you. Let me leave this here. I'm going to go to this tab real quick. Sorry, everybody. Let's just go back to that email real quickly so we're all on the same page. So dashboard. And I scroll down. Database email. Good news for home buyers. That's your buyer lead. So click it. And it's going to open up into the editor. Go to preview. And this is one for the buyer. Free list of price reduced homes. Boom. So if you're seeing something different, send it to support. Let support know. All right. Show us a way to order physical copies and was there a way to input potential client's house in the book? Yeah, Linda, you need to join us for our expired. I can't really go through that today. I'll point you in the right direction though, where to order the booklets and where to get more information. All right. Stephanie, thank you for that because, and again, and I've been saying, I'm trying to make sure I say this more and more. Never let an issue like what Stephanie just shared hold you back. Now, don't go running off and doing it. Get into the mastermind group, ask a question, right? Hey, blah, blah, blah. What's going on? Or get with our support team. Either or both. You can do both because these tools, sure, sometimes something happens and it gets messed up. That happens. And then sometimes it's user error, but it's not like you're stupid, right? You got a million things going on. Every program is a little bit different. And so you think it happens to me all the time, right? I think it should be this way. And then it's not, but I'm sitting there stuck. And so many companies have the worst support. We've got great support. Our support team, they're actual people. They're there from 8 a.m. to 5 or 9 to 5 Central Time, I believe it is. They check in on the weekends. You can always get to the mastermind group and ask. I even had a client yesterday ping me, she DM'd me, and I was glad she did because there was an issue with something. It was like 6 o'clock in the evening. So support was gone. And it was just something super easy, nothing major. But I was able to send that to my team last night and got it fixed before support ever got in. Because if she would not have sent that to me, it would have taken until tomorrow to get fixed or later today to get fixed. We got a great support team. So don't think we are the standard kind of company where it takes a week or there's no support or no, we got a great support team to support you and getting this stuff done. So with that said, one more thing here before we get into these specific guides. If you go to PDF guides and then the settings tab, check this out. PDF guide iframe. You can embed these at your website. We got all. You may at your website have a section like for sellers and then add some of the seller guides. The form works and it's just like and you can select which guides you want. So right here, I can select which guides I want for the sellers, which guides I want for the buyers, or if I just want to do one offering with both buyers and sellers inside of it. So I can take this, set it up how I want, copy that code, go to my website where I can create a custom page, ask your website support if you need help with that, and I can embed these guides at my website, right? That is amazing. So with all of that said, let's get to, we got PDF guide. I'm going to click seller. And the last thing I'll mention, I'll show a little bit later, all of the follow-up. So if you activate our follow-ups, they contain the guides as well. And you can take the e-flyers and drop them into your CRM. So seller guide, how to sell your home in a changing market. I can download the guide in English, in Spanish, branded to you, your colors. So if you're with Remax, KW, there'll be the reddish, some red and either gray or blue. If you're with Epic, it's going to be more the gold. Same with Century 21. You're with Sotheby's, more the navy and gray, so on and so forth. I'm going to click, there's the landing page right here. So where it says view landing page. And then there's some editing options. The editing is just essentially the tags, the social media image. So if you want to post a social media and you want to use a custom image, just change it right there. So I'm going to go back to marketing tools. So just click the green marketing tools button. And so you got all the same tools essentially like you do for a single property, like a listing. You got ads, posts, e-flyers, print flyers, postcards, and door hangers. Now, the default text, all right, free guide, how to sell your house in a changing market, blah, blah, blah. You can just copy this text. So what I'm going to recommend that you do is, if this is being recorded, I took a screenshot, and you can just take the text and copy the text and paste it into your favorite AI. So I'm going to walk you through first what I did and then how I'm going to edit the social media post, the e-flyer to my database to get even more engagement. So I dropped it in there and I said, and I'm going to give this to you. Let me just copy and paste this into the chat. If anybody wants to remind me later, I'll go into the mastermind group and put it in there as well. But I just said, I want to do a social media post for this, but I want to change the text in the post. I could have said email and ad and all that to show proof and to create engagement of the changing market. Please give me a few data points for Folsom, California that I can use, like change in average sales price from March 2025 to March 2026, or change in number of home sales from February 2025 to February 2026, or if there's any other similar data point you think would be better for engagement. Super easy. If you want, all you have to do is just change Folsom, California to your location, to your sales area. Then oh, okay. I was looking at my comment got split into 3. So then, and I did this in Gemini. Gemini wasn't nearly as good. I'm going to show you that next. So it came back. Yes, I would use proof-based curiosity stats instead of generic changing market language. I found strong, fulsome February, blah, 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 blah. So it goes through all these different points for me. So it shows me all this great stuff. And it gave me some options, right? Fulsome market definitely changing, medium price up. So it gave me some options here. Now I got the finished product at the bottom. So we don't need to go through all of this in great detail, but I'm just doing this because if you do this, and I recommend that you do, this is the flow that you're going to expect. It gave me some ideas and then a post draft you could use. So it gave me a nice draft. And then it said, if you want, I can change this into 3 shorter Facebook, Instagram caption versions with a stronger hook and call to action. I said, yes, please. Because when they take over, I want them to remember I was a nice guy. So here, the response back from chat or Gemini or Claude or Notebook, whatever you want to use, whatever you're using. So it gave me some more options. And it was doing the comment guide, even though it's going to be a link, right? There's a link to the landing page where they're going to download it. That's fine. If I'm going to do a TikTok, then I'm going to do the comment guide part of it. And it gave me some hooks, which whatever. And I came back and I said, how about this for a post or ad that will have the link to a landing page where they can download the guide? And I just reiterated the one I liked. So I just copied and pasted the response above that I liked. Because, you don't just take what they give you, they being AI, as gospel. You're going to go through, you're going to fine tune it, you're going to edit it, you're going to massage it, you're going to make sure it works for you. Don't just blindly just start copying and pasting from AI. Then it says, that's strong. Right? It's always so agreeable. My best friend. I tighten up a bit so it reads a little bit more naturally and feels a little bit more like an ad, which I'm not sure if I wanted to read like an ad, but whatever. Then it gave me some more verbiage and options. All right. And again, I'll share this in the mastermind group later if anybody wants. Then I came back with the version I liked. All right. What about this version, but add in the stat on price drops? And I'm going to give you the final version, and you can just take my final version if you like it and just say to the AI, can you please do this for Shreveport, Louisiana? Can you do this for Cape Coral, Florida? Whatever you want. So then here it's say, all right, because I always wants to give you a cleaner version. Right? It's always got to have the last word. So then it said, here's a slightly stronger ad version, and here's more conversational. And so I think any of these are going to be good. So I'm going to run with this one right here. So I'm just going to copy. This is going to be my post on social media. If I want to run an ad, this would be for the ad. And for the ads, I would focus on retargeting, not to the market at large. And I'll walk you through that. And this is going to be in the email that I send out to my database. So I'm going to drop this into the chat. So that's in the chat right now. And again, if it's too hard, because it looks like it broke it up into several posts, I'll put this into the mastermind group a little bit later. So it's a lot cleaner to copy and paste. But once I got what I want here, now here, I'll show you Gemini, right? Exact same thing in Gemini. Gemini was similar, but just not as good. I didn't really care for this at all. So anyways, let's go back to listings to leads. All right. And how to sell your home in a changing market. Click the green marketing tools. And I'm going to delete all that. And I'm going to pop that in there from ChatGPT. So I got attention Folsom homeowners. The market is changing and the numbers prove it. In Folsom, homes sold in an average of 26 days this February compared to 42 days last year. The number of homes sold rose from 53 to 58, yet 22.5% of homes still had price drops. So yes, buyers are active, but that does not mean every home is getting the same level of interest. Get my free guide to learn how to price, position, and market your home for today's market. Click the link below to download it now. Now, because this is an ad, I'm going to put click learn more, right? Learn more because it's an ad, right? There's a learn more button. I'm going to type in location, lifetime budget. I'm going to change that to 100. My favorite for seller leads, my favorite are pending listings, sold listings, where you can be the listing agent or the selling agent. Pending and sold are my favorite. They're also the cheapest. Going after expireds, going after FSBOs, using the emails like I talked about at the start of this call to my database. If I'm going to do an ad, I'm going to do it as a retargeting ad. Now, some people will do it as a ad to their cold market. You're just going to be spending anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks a lead. Pending is 8 to 10 bucks. Sold, 10 to 12 bucks. So much cheaper with pending and sold. And I like them better. For the guides, the database, I love the database. I love using the flyers at the open house, which I'll show you. I love doing the social media postings. I love doing a TikTok, Instagram, YouTube short with them. So there's a lot of great applications for the guides. And paid ads are good, all right, but they're just going to be a little bit more expensive. So with that said, change media. Like, so if I want to do a video here or change that image, I can, but that's a good image. So I'm going to retarget by default. Now, if I want to do a custom audience, I wouldn't do, this is to a seller audience, but I don't have a seller audience on this account. So that's my auto, it'd be like my database. That could be from My Plus Leads. That could be whatever. All right. And if I'm going to retarget to a custom audience, I can go daily, like $3 a day. And that way I'm using this in a percolating, staying in front of you, branding, somebody who offers value methodology. Make sense? Type in that makes sense. So you can run this as an ad to your cold audience. That's fine. I like it more as an ad, as a branding play where I'm staying in front of past leads. I'm staying in front of my contacts. I'm staying in front of my audience, and I'm doing it at a kind of like a $2 to $3 a day kind of a thing. Am I going to generate a ton of leads off the ad this way? Not necessarily, but it will definitely help me with my branding to my audience. Now, if I just want to generate straight up leads and you understand that you're at 20 bucks, 15 to 20 a lead, go no retargeting, no custom audience, and just do a lifetime budget of 100 either way. But now here's the important part. This is the most important part. Click advanced options, create new form questions. I'll repeat this again so you can see it. What we can now do is we can customize the questions that people are going to answer. It is absolutely how phenomenal. I thought retargeting people already responded to one of you. Yeah, responded or engaged, interacted. Yeah. Linda, you're mostly right, but there's a little bit more to it than that. And if you don't have a really strong audience, like it's not, you haven't really done many ads before, things like that, then your audience might be a little bit too small. I'll show you how you can check on that a little bit later. So check this out. And now I'm going to show you again. So just follow with me here. When you run a Facebook ad for seller leads, not only can you capture name, email, and phone number, but there are questions that before that, right? What is your time frame to sell? Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? That's default. I'm going to add one more. And look at all these options. You have tons of options. But I'm going to add one more. I'm going to scroll down and see how my 100 plus point home marketing plan works for your home. I'm going to turn that on, and I can mouse over that question mark to see what the options are for replying. It's yes, please. Yes, and please customize for my home. Not right now. I had a client on the first day she had that question. She got 2 people requesting to be customized for their home. Absolutely phenomenal. And you can actually rearrange the order. So now look at the ad. What is your time frame to sell? Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? See how my 100-point home marketing plan. And even better, one last thing. I'm going to reorder. I'm going to put this question on top. Why? Because I want them to be excited about the next two questions. And my thought process is, if they see that I've got a 100+ point home marketing plan and they say yes to that, now that might get their kind of juices running as far as what is thinking about, oh, wow, man, Linda's got a 100-point home marketing plan. Then they start being a little bit more active in the thought process of selling. And then they'll give me better answers down here. So once you're comfortable, then you can see here, there's 4 parts of the lead form. So that'll be part 1. Part 2, name, email, and phone number. That's going to autofill. And then they're going to see your privacy policy. We've already got that taken care of. You don't need to worry about that. Boom. And then they're going to go where they can download. Then they're going to go to where the guide is. So they're going to land on a page where they can download the guide right there. And they're also going to get an email with the guide in the email. And in that email that they get, they're going to click. It'll download the guide right there. There's no form. There's no nothing. And then you're going to get a second notification that Scott downloaded your guide, how to sell your home in a changing market. So you'll know when they click through the ad, and you're also going to find out, and you'll know when they downloaded the guide specifically. And just click create new form. Once you're done, just close advanced options. You don't need to worry about the email. It's all taken care of. And then that's it. So I'm going to do that one more time, really more. Now that you've seen it, some of you might be confused, and we've got this for all of the ads. So any ad, listings, PDF guides, landing pages, the same process of customizing those questions. Because when I follow up with people, and let's say they said yes to the 100+ point home marketing plan, now my follow-up, I'm going to reference that and say, hey, what is the address for your home? And I can customize this for you. Or would you rather send this to you via email or text or drop it in the mail? So it gives you just so much more options for follow-up. If they would have said yes to, would you sell your home in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? If they said yes to that, what am I going to do? When I follow up with them, text, email, phone call, I'm going to reference, I saw that you might be open to looking at an offer if you got the right price for your home. Just a couple of quick questions. What price are you looking for? $800,000. Okay, phenomenal. And what's the property address? 123 Main Street. Excellent. When do you have 5 minutes for me to come over to take a quick look at it and see if that property is something that one of my buyers might pay $800,000 for? Easy. Now you've got a walk-in for an appointment because they have asked you, right? Or they have responded in a way that opens that up to where you get a lot better engagement. Does that make sense for everybody? Type in yes if you get the power of that. And I tell you, I'm seeing 10 to 30% of people saying yes, they would sell in the next 1 to 3 months if they got the right price. One more time, I'm gonna do this ad one more time. I'm gonna be a little bit quicker with it. So again, I got lead ads. I mean, you got traffic and video views, but we're gonna do lead ads. All right, I'm gonna type in location, Folsom, because for the guides, you gotta type in location. I got a lifetime budget of 100, or I could do retarget to a custom audience. I could change that to daily in 3, daily in 5, whatever. I can change the start end date. I'm going to go back over here and just grab my text and delete the default and add my new text. Add a couple of emojis if you want. And right, so again, I'm going to do $100. I'm going to either do retargeting and do custom audience or not. And then for the questions, advanced options, create new form questions. And now I'm where all of these great questions are. And again, by default, we're going to have, what is your time frame to sell? And would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? And let's check this out. Get your home value and cash offer. That's a great one. Turn this into a cash offer ad. What's your magic number? I wouldn't, that's too similar to the other question. See how AI can help you sell faster for top dollar. Check your home's value and selling options, no obligation. All right. There's a lot of great questions here. And again, I'm going to reorder that. I'm just going to drag it up right below phone number, right below phone, bing. And I can see the form right here on the right. Beautiful. Create the form and then close advanced options, right? Just close, boom. And go back down here, click create ad. And oh, what did I do wrong? Didn't type in location. I thought I typed in location. Oh, whatever, location, create ad. Right? Linda, exactly right. The power of this, because, hey, most of these ads that people are running, name, email, and phone number. Okay, great. But if I can get a little bit more information from you, right? And we got different questions for the buyer ads, different questions for the seller ads. If I can get more information from you, now I got better follow-up, and you're going to 2 to 3x your follow-up if you pay attention. So now in the email that I get for the lead notification, it'll have their name, email, phone number, and then it'll list the question and it will give you the response. So it'll say, see my 100-point home marketing plan. Yes, customized for my home, or no, or yes. That's going to influence and shape my follow-up. What is your time frame to sell? Just thinking. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? Yes. Perfect. Now, and so you're going to get some combination of yeses and nos. So pay attention and then let that inform your follow-up. Let that shape your follow-up so that you're better targeting and you're going to better the engagement. It is powerful. So let's take a look at this ad so you can just see how it works. You can scroll down 2 to 3 posts. There we go. So here we can see, right, that has the updated text. This could, again, you can record a video here. This could be a custom image. Use our image. See how my 100-point home marketing plan works for your home. Yes. What's your time frame to sell? Yeah, I'm just thinking. All that means is, right, I'm just haven't got ready to sell, but I'd rather have you in my pipeline, or I shouldn't say pipeline, in my sphere, my audience, my database than somebody else's. Would you sell the next 1 to 3? Maybe if it was the right price. Continue, name, email, phone number, continue, submit, just the normal Facebook stuff, right? Send a report. I can download the guide right here. And I'm also going to get an email with a link to where I can, or not a link, but just it'll have the email looks almost the same as that page. And I click on the image and it downloads the guide. It's awesome. All right, let's go. Let me turn these off. We got Google ads. And again, I can edit the Google ad the same as I did the Facebook ad. These are going to be a little bit more expensive. Actually, a little bit more. Tell you, if you're into doing Google, I would love you to try our Google platform. This is a $30 extra charge, but it's free for 2 months. So you get 60 days of playing around with it. And if you've ever done Google, Google is way worse than the Facebook Ads Manager. We make it so easy. And you can do as low as $15 a day. I've had people do actually pretty good at $15 a day. So, it's more than it's going to be for Facebook, but you also get more targeted audience. So, because they're searching specifically for whatever topic that brought them to your ad. Start and end date, create ad. We have a ton of advanced options that you really don't need to mess with. You can customize, you can even use a custom link. So for example, if you got a custom relocation guide that you want to offer, you could link to that. You could create a landing page in Listings to Leads where you put your custom guide and then use that landing page here in your Google ad. So if you're into doing Google and you want more help or information, just get to the mastermind group. Let me know. Now, social media post. I'm going to, again, swap out that text. So it says, attention, Folsom homeowners, the market is changing and the numbers prove it. I can customize that headline. I can customize the description. So those are like here, you can see right below the image is where they go. You may record a video. If you're doing it, next time you're doing an open house, think about my files. Oh, I can't do video for the post. I can do video for the ad, just not the post. But I can upload a custom image. So I can have a different image here if I wanted to. And then post now. Boom. And that can go to Google, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, and Facebook. Phenomenal. And what they're going to do here is when they click, they're going to go to the landing page. So whereas the ad, they go right to the guide because we get their name, email, and phone number and all the other information before they get to that. In the post, they're going to go to the landing page. Next up, short form video script. Highly recommend this. Highly recommend it. Now, here's another idea. Print the guide. And I'll show you an example of it a little bit later. But print the guide. So this is not this guide, but print the guide, bind it with a little spiral. All right. They're only like 7 pages. And even if it's like longer, you only need to print like the first like 4 to 5 pages. And I'm going to show you a video. In fact, I'm going to show you right now. And then I'm going to show you in the mastermind group something else that somebody did. So if I scroll down, so you could do a TikTok video, but instead of the 100-point home marketing plan like you see here, this could be how to sell your home in a changing market, right? So instead of having the language and the text and the video showing my 100-point home marketing plan, do it showing this guide, because there's so many ways to promote this on social media. You're really only limited by your imagination. And I'll tell you what was really cool in the mastermind group. So yesterday I found this just randomly. Nope. Right here. So Dana Jenkins, look at that. So you can put the guide right there. And she did a post. I'm preparing and sending my 100-point expired home marketing plan to homeowners that had a home that did not sell. Let me know if you or anyone would like a copy. You can do a similar kind of a thing. I'm preparing and sending out my guide to my homeowner and seller clients, how to sell your home in a changing market. Take that copy, right? Even if you only print the cover page, you can literally just print the cover page. If you want to do something like this, just print the cover page, page 1, because they can't tell if it's a whole guide. And then let me know if you or anyone would like a copy. And I commented, let me read my comment, because I think she was phenomenal because she did it. And then I came here and I said, do this for your standard 100+ point home marketing plan for all homeowners. Now I'm also adding, do it for some of these guides. You can do it for some of the buyer guides, do it for some of the seller guides. And then I said, do a video clip, even 5 to 7 seconds, like the one that you just saw a minute ago, where I'm just flipping through it, for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Take this image, like the one she had below, put it in an email to send, or you could also put it in the ad. That could be a cool ad image. I'd want that to be a little bit easier to read. Like I'd want it to be a little bit closer here, but it's a really engaging image, right? You're on your computer, you're working, right? It's almost like I call it an action photo. And back to what I said, you can redo this every couple of weeks. With the guide, you can do a different guide every week. Hey, this week I'm sending out the ultimate guide to selling a home. This week I'm sending out 5 dangers of overpricing your home. This week I'm sending out, and do a similar kind of post what Diana did. And then the last thing I put in here, just swap up your environment. Go to a cafe and do it. Go to a park and do it. Go to your office and do it. Go to your deck. Go to your car, right? Whatever. Go to your backyard. Go to your front yard. go to the pickleball court. You could be got your pickleball racket and have it here and say, hey, I'm getting ready to send out my guide, 5 Dangers of Overpricing Your Home, to my VIP homeowner clients. If anybody would like a copy, go ahead and comment guide below and I'll get it to you as quickly as possible. You're going to want to have this for anyone thinking about selling in the 2026 market. So let me know. Get it? So many ways to promote these things. All right, let's go to the e-flyer. So that was the short form video script. Now the e-flyer for your database. So now you can drop this into Follow Up Boss. You can drop it into Lofty. You can drop it into Constant Contact, Gmail. You can drop it into whatever you want. So wherever your leads are at, take these emails, all right, and drop them in there. Now, just like before, I'm going to take that same text and I'm going to drop it in the email. So I'm going to click edit. There's a blue edit button. Now I'm going to drop it below the link because I don't want to mess up the link or the image. And then I'm going to take the headline and I'm just going to swap out the top. Right? It's just a little bit of copy and paste. I'm going to format it a little bit nicer. And I'm just going to say, click the image below to download it now. Boom. Oh, in fact, that should be the subject line. So I'm going to attention Folsom homeowners, and I could just do Northern California or El Dorado County, whatever your sales area is. And then here, I'm just going to take that first line and put it above the link. Just make it look nice, beautiful. I'm going to send a test email. I'm going to go to my Gmail. I'm going to pop it up and let's wait. Here we go. There we go. And I'm going to pop it out. I'm on my other monitor. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pop this out and make it look a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, that looks good. Sorry, give me a second. I apologize. All right. So here's that email. Attention, El Dorado County homeowners. Boom. That link is right there. And it just downloaded. And because my email is on my other monitor, it just downloaded to my other monitor. But I'm going to pop it up and I will bring it over. And there we go. So I just downloaded. And now I'm going to get a lead notification letting me know. This is a test email, so I won't get that. Not for a test email. But had I sent this to you and you clicked it, then I would get a notification and it would let me know who sent it, or I'm sorry, who downloaded it, right? And you could also click the image, and I got my listings to lead signature at the bottom, so they could click that as well to download it. Pretty cool, huh? So again, I can send this to listings to leads people. I can send it, again, I can just copy and drop it into your CRM and send it. Pretty cool, right? Give me a yes if you get how, and I'm telling you, I would do this, 2 of them, a buyer guide and a seller guide every single week to my database. So go in here and I'd make sure I do a post. Now, these are part of the automated postings and social content. Those are never like as powerful as if you do it yourself. It's just not, right? All of these automated social media posting things, they're cool, but to take it, tweak it, and then get it up, because like what Diana Jenkins did, right? All these other great options that you have, customizing that text to be just right only takes a couple of minutes. And what's great about it is you get more information. You become a smarter agent and you become more engaging. You provide more value. So it's a lot of wins all the way around. All right. So type in yes if all of that makes sense so far. And once I send it out to my database, I'm going to call through my database. I'm going to call 5 to 10 people. What is it that everyone says? All these coaches, right, they get online and they act like some sort of like genius that just figured out that your database is one of the most important things that you have. The problem is we are not engaging our database at a high level. That's why we come out with the emails and the stuff that we come out with: existing home sales, interest rate drops, new construction starts, Case Shiller. All of these reports, as they come out, we create content for you to share because we want to make sure that your database comes to you when they want information about real estate. Make sense? And so what we just did right here, where we sent that email to our database with some little AI updates like that, now we want to call through our database. So I'm going to call through my database. So I'm going to send the email, and then I'm going to call. I'm going to say, hey, Linda, Scott here at XYZ Realty. And I just sent out my guide on how to sell your home in a changing market. The market is changing this month. There's 53 home sales or 56 home sales this month compared to 53 last year. Home prices are up 2.4%. But price drops are at 22%. If you or anybody else is thinking about selling this year, I just want to make sure that you get a copy of my guide and let me know if you have any questions. Wow. Now you sound like the smartest agent in the room. And they hear your voice. They know that you care. They know that you're accessible, not hiding behind email, not hiding behind a screen, but we're actually reaching out and touching base. All right, come on. Type in yes, all of this makes sense. Type in yes, or type in power. Linda, I love that. Power. Yeah, exactly. Now we've got for your open house. Who's got an open house this weekend? If you've got an open house, these right here, get an acrylic, order these from Amazon. Your office may have some laying around that nobody knows what to do with. There's horizontal versions. So I got horizontal, right? I've got vertical. There's a few other styles that you can take advantage of. And the cool thing is you can just reuse these every open house. And this is one of the kind of the non-conforming, not out of the box ways of engaging seller leads, homeowners, neighbors coming through your open house. And in fact, you know what I might do is I might create a flyer in Canva. Check this out. You guys want to have a little bit of fun real quick? Check this out. And I bet I can do it in 2 to 3 minutes. Real quickly, let me see if I'm missing anything. We got postcards and door hangers. Let me just mention real quickly about postcards and door hangers, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to do something in Canva that I think would be really cool. So the postcards are awesome as well. What I would do in the postcards, if you're going to do postcards, let me just download the front and back. So on the front, again, there's a QR code. They can scan it. All right, let me make it a little bigger so it's easier to see. What I would do if I was going to use these postcards is I would use a service like Mailbox Power, where I can use a dynamic image of the home and a dynamic QR code, so that when I send this out, and there's also the door hanger. So the door hanger is awesome. But if I want to do a mailing with this, that way they'll see their home on the front of the postcard. And then when they scan the QR code, even if they don't download the guide, I'm going to know who scanned the QR code. So this QR code will automatically go to the landing page, I think. I don't think I know. I'm just going to scan it. And there we go. So you can see it goes right to the landing page. And yeah, perfect. Yep. It's just going through that it's like a little GIF, like a quick little video. Got my lead form, right? All that right there. Automatic. But so, we got the print flyer. So print flyer, and these are awesome. Let me just download it. And again, if you want to scan that QR code with me, and then we're going to go to Canva real quickly. And I think I should have, now I did not go through the buyer guide. The buyer guide's the exact same thing. It's just that it's a buyer guide. So boom, let's scan that QR code. And again, yep, goes right to the same landing page. So what I'm going to do in Canva, let's see how good I am. So Canva, and I'm going to go create flyer, and I'm going to go upload. I'm going to upload an image of my home. I always have to make everything way more complicated than it needs to be, but that's fine. You don't need to add an image of the property. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So use my transparency. I could have also used the black, but I just want it in the background. Then I'm going to add a text box right there. I'm just going to copy that same text from the ad, from the post, from the e-flyer into the text box. Wait. And then I'm going to, again, just like I did in the e-flyer, I'm just going to adjust the text so that it's easy to read. And I'm going to put scan, because check this out, scan the QR code. Scan the QR code below to download it now. I'm going to make that bold, make it a little bit bigger. And I don't like it so close to the edge. In fact, I don't like too many text blocks, right? So I don't want like a whole line of text, like a whole paragraph. But I like to have every sentence really be its own. It's just easier to scan. And I want a little bit more balance. So I don't like the top line to be way long and then the part below it super short. And then I'm gonna go back into listings leads and grab the QR code right there, QR code. I wonder if I can copy image. So I'm just gonna copy. Oh, I did. Perfect. Boom. I'm gonna put that. The market is changing. Folsom home. And I'm gonna give my free guide. So the last thing I'm gonna do is there's the name of the guide is not there. So I'm gonna add the guide name, get my free guide. Now it makes sense. So give me one more second. So and I'm gonna put that, get my free guide. How to say I'm gonna change the market. Get my free guide. And I'm gonna make that bold. And make that just a little bit smaller. Boom. How was that? Is that cool? And let's scan it. Let's see if it works. So this would be cool to print, wouldn't it be? Because again, what do I want to do? I want to add value. I want to get people thinking. Because you know what's going to happen? Someone's going to comment on this and they're going to come back at you and they're going to go, oh, I thought I heard blah, blah, blah. Or what do you think homes in this neighborhood are doing? Or whatever. But something like this could be really great for creating some good conversation at your open house. You see what I'm saying? I might take it to a cafe, have a coffee, and actually forget to pick it up. Leave laying it around. Linda goes to the landing page in LDL or my realtor. Linda, what does? Regarding what? And one last thing before we go, and I can't believe I'm 5 minutes late. My gosh. Please click the link, post webinar survey. Really want your feedback on this because, again, I am always trying to make sure here that we are giving you actionable things to be doing to engage your audience, to grow your business, generate leads, engage leads, convert leads. And with the PDF guides that we've got, using them the way we talked about just now is definitely going to help you generate new leads, engage the leads that you've already got. And through those conversations, you're going to do better in converting. We talked about doing the ads with the custom questions, custom text to make it more relevant to your audience. We talked about taking that, doing a social media post, all the different ways, right? The Dana Jenkins example in the mastermind group. We talked about sending an e-flyer to your database and how that works. We talked about calling through to a few of the people in your database. You can email it to everybody, or at least to all the homeowner and seller leads, and then maybe call 5, 10, 15 of them. Just it's a customer service call. You're not asking anything. You just want them to know that you are accessible, that you're knowledgeable, and that you've got value to offer them. And then we talked about doing some stuff in the farm and an open house. So I've wasted so much time buying leads, and you guys teach me how to do it organically. Yeah, Linda, you know what? Put that in the mastermind group. I would love to get that. Actually, I'd love to get that as a 5-star Google review. But that's exactly right. How many people pay crazy money for Zillow? Like, why? The QR code is going to go to the landing page. So if they scan the QR code, they're going to go right to the landing page. So boom. And that QR code right there goes here. And then here's and the lead form was customizable. I can customize that lead form. But by default, name, email, phone number, and what's your time frame to sell. And the cool thing is, if I'm at an open house and someone looks at that, and I'll just be like, listen, you know what? I've got your sign in, or give me your phone number and I'll just text you the guide itself. You don't worry about the landing page. Just give me your phone number or your email, whichever you prefer, and I'll just make sure I get it over to you as soon as we're done here at the open house. Just play around with it. It's not complicated, right? Okay, everybody, listen, get out of here. I'm going to try to finish up the L2L Listings to Lead Success Framework Guide today. That is my goal. I've been working on this for about the last week, and I want to get it done. So wish me luck on that one. If you have anything, get with our support team, get into the mastermind group. We'll talk to you soon.